Don't play Chrono Odyssey. Chrono Odyssey is pure trash. Chrono Odyssey is embarrassing. So right now, there's a lot of hate talk going on all over the internet and YouTube about Chrono Odyssey. Players are just hating the game after playing the closed beta. I also got the playtest invitation, and after playing it for several hours, let me tell you, Chrono Odyssey in reality sucks in its current state. But I also see a lot of potential in the game too. Let me explain. After playing the game and before creating this video, I watched a lot of videos. I watched videos of many different creators, including Asmongold. I watched him playing the game and later talking about it, and what he said is that this game is lesser than New World, but better than Throne and Liberty. He spoke about a lot of issues with the game, which I will also be covering, and share my thoughts on it further in the video. But the thing is, I 100% agree with him. Why? Let's jump into the gameplay and talk about the complete experience, and I'm not going to exaggerate or glaze anything. I'm only going to call a spade, and let me clear something up first. Playtests, or beta tests, are for getting players' opinion on the game so that it could be analyzed at what's good and what needs improvement. And the goal of this video is to share constructive feedback, not criticizing it. I love the game very much and want it to be better so that it keeps going. Now with that being said, let's jump in. Starting with the game menu UI, I loved it. It's simple and clean and goes well with game's overall aesthetics and the theme. There are also a lot of servers available. I was surprised watching so many servers for a beta, but it's really nice. Class selection screen is also clean, and they displayed all 6 classes which will be available in the game, but for the playtest, only 3 of them were actually open, which is not a problem for me. Good thing is that classes are not gender locked. Once you have picked your class, you get into the character creation where you can select gender and customize your character to an insane level, which is absolutely amazing. You can go crazy and create a dwarf or a goblin with character creator. If you can imagine, you can create. Once you have created your character and started the game, that's where it all starts to break bit by bit. I have watched enough gameplay video of other content creators that I can easily confirm if it's a bug or just an instance. After the loading, there is a flickering issue that happens before the initial cutscene. While the cutscene is overall nice, you can notice the lights flickering all the time, and it's not an issue just with the cutscenes. It happens throughout the game, not all the time, but every now and then. Then, once the actual game begins, you are dropped in the middle of a chaotic fight, which is okay, but it left me disoriented, and I wasn't sure which direction I need to go after completing the first objective. Mostly because of the dark environment. I was barely able to see what was going on the screen. I think lighting is surely one of the big concern in the whole game. See here, it looks so much better. Then once you have completed the intro mission, you are thrown into a cave, and this is where it starts to get bad. But before I tell you how, a quick shout out to all of you guys. We've just hit 240 subscribers in only a few months, and I seriously appreciate all the support. If you're new here, hi, I'm Bit, and welcome to EveryBit-Game. Right away, I felt that the character movement was a bit janky, and not as smooth as I was expecting it to be, but in my opinion, it's nothing that cannot be fixed. Then it introduces you to skill system as soon as you level up, which is like after killing 1 or 2 of those voids thingy, which is a good thing from a new player perspective. While moving around, I could feel the stuttering and rendering delay every now and then, but the combat felt fine. I don't think I have any complaints with the combat, no. However, there is another annoying thing, that every time I needed to interact with an object or NPC, I had to press the interact key 3 times before it actually registers. But that is also not game-breaking, and can be fixed in my opinion. Now here's a thing that I want to point out. It didn't happen to me. Maybe because I was paying attention to dialogues, but when I was watching Asmongold playing the game, he missed this chest next to Kaya, and when he returned, he couldn't access it anymore. Many people argued that he should have read the conversation, but most of the conversations in the game are not voiced, which makes it less compelling, and I know many people who don't like to read so much of dialogues. But the thing is, this chest gives you your first armor, and while it's a trash piece of armor, it's still important from a new player perspective. Not because it helps you with the next fight, but because it introduces you to the inventory and equipment system. So even if he missed it the first time, it should have been there for him to access later on. In fact, it should have been part of the main quest itself, if you ask me, so that no one misses it out firsthand. And for some weird reason, tower activation cutscene is also very janky, and there's also a second delay before opening the map. And I mean, in general, not just this instance. Then there was this weird thing. So far, we were able to see the golden guides without doing anything, but for some reason, here we were asked to use temporal tuning to be able to see the golden guides. Not sure why. If it's necessary, then it could have been introduced right from the beginning, when we started in the caves. Why now all of a sudden? It doesn't make any sense anyways. But the biggest problem that the game has is the location tracking. You only get this top bar for horizontal tracking, but there is no vertical tracking, and the world has a lot of high and low grounds, which makes it difficult to find the place where you need to go, ultimately making the tracking difficult for no real reason. I think it could be easily fixed by showing marker on the screen when you are close to the location, which we have seen in so many games before. Then, inside the Chrono Gate, I almost exited it accidentally by interacting with this golden floating thing, because that's the only thing I could see in the room. Here, they should have used the lighting to guide the user towards the gate instead of that thing, and they don't even place any kind of marker on the gate to let players know that they need to go to that direction. The marker appears only when you are standing close to it. And let me tell you, this boss is really very difficult to beat with your current level and gears, but there was no mention of it, and when you reach here, you reach with this as your primary mission, which makes it feel like that you need to beat this boss before you could progress further, which is not the case. You can leave anytime and take other missions to level up first and then return. I have seen other players to get confused like this as well. I think before you enter Chrono Gate, there should be a screen which informs player that how difficult it will be with your current level and let players decide whether they want to enter or not. If anybody wants to try and get their ass handed to them, then they should be able to enter, or else they would know that they can go and level up first and then return to kick its ass. So these are all the small little things here and there which are making the experience really bad. But I don't think these are game-breaking. I think devs can easily iron out these issues. All they need to do is to listen to the feedback of the players. In fact, the CEO himself addressed that they are listening player feedbacks and posted on X, mentioning all the things that they are planning to fix first, which includes character movement, monster AI optimization, and addition of DLSS. It's really reassuring that the team is listening and hopefully will fix these issues before the next build of the game. Not just that, team has also released an announcement in Discord saying that they prioritizing on movement controls, animations, and combat responsiveness. They will also be working on performance and stability issues along with the bugs. And it looks like they are actually listening, which is a good sign. Oh, and before I forget, I also enjoyed the overall music and sound effects throughout the game, and honestly, I have no complaints about it. That's all for this video. Let me know, did you get your access and have you tried the game so far? How was your experience? I would really like to hear your experiences. Let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to leave a like. Subscribe to stay connected, so we could enjoy our games together and enjoy every bit of it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.